Hello guys and welcome back. So in this video I'm going to speak about infinity, and I'm going to start about a basic fact and an amazing fact about infinity, which is that plus infinity is different than plus infinity. This statement might look impossible, but it's true about infinity. Also, I cannot measure infinity or say that infinity stands to a constant real number. All what we know about infinity, that it's a very big quantity, or negative infinity, same thing, it's a very small quantity. One of the most important properties about plus infinity is if you add two infinities plus infinity and then you add a plus infinity, the result will be also equal to plus infinity. And this statement can also help us guys to understand the previous fact that plus infinity is different than plus infinity, and it can help us to understand that plus infinity is not measurable. Why? Because let us suppose that plus infinities are equal and they are measurable. Using this statement, I can say that 2 into plus infinity is equal to plus infinity. Then if you simplify infinity, because we claim that plus infinity is measurable, so we will get 2 equal to 1, which is impossible. So usually guys, we need to understand the fact that plus infinity is different than plus infinity. Now let me start by giving some properties about adding infinities. So first of all, the first property, as you see here, is if you add two infinities, and plus infinity, this will give plus infinity. Second fact or second property, if you subtract infinity from negative infinity, the result will be also negative infinity. Also guys, it's clear that, for example, if you add infinity to a constant number, and let's say for example plus infinity plus constant number, the result will be also plus infinity. As you see, the constant number will not affect plus infinity, and of course if you add or subtract a constant number from plus infinity, this will not affect the value of plus infinity, and it will remain infinity. If you want to understand this, let's say a simple example. Let's say that you have billion of dollars and you lost $1. This $1 will not change the fact that you are a billionaire. And same thing, and the same thing with infinity and constant numbers. And if you add a constant number to infinity, this will not affect infinity and it will remain infinity. Now guys, maybe the fact that plus infinity is different than plus infinity is amazing, but also we have a lot of problems here, because now if I want to find plus infinity minus infinity, here I cannot say that this quantity equal to 0, because I claim that plus infinity is different than minus infinity. And when we reach this case, we can call it later on IDF. IDF means that this case will be indeterminate form, and when you have the case of IDF, this means that you have to go and find a different method. And you will face later on in other videos, while graphing functions or while finding the limit of any function, you will see that I'm going to face this problem or similar problem, and I will call it IDF. And you have to understand, when we have the case of IDF, we have to go and search for another method. We need another method to find the limit later. Same thing, if you divide plus infinity by plus infinity, this will not give us 1. If you divide plus infinity by plus infinity, also we cannot say that it's 1, because we don't know which infinity is bigger. So this case also we are going to call it in this form as IDF. And pay attention guys, that IDF doesn't mean that it's not in the defined. It means that it's indeterminate form, which means that you have to go and look for another method to solve the limit or anything later. So other IDF cases is also 1 to the power infinity. Also this case guys is considered as IDF. So this case also IDF. And we have, like, these are the basic IDF cases for infinities. Now let me continue by giving also some simple properties about plus infinity and minus infinity. If you multiply plus infinity by plus infinity, the result will be plus infinity. And same thing, if you multiply negative infinity by negative infinity, the result will be plus infinity. And finally, if you multiply two opposite infinities, like for example plus infinity and negative infinity, or negative infinity and plus infinity, the result will be negative infinity. So this is everything for today. Of course, I will explain more facts about infinity later on in other videos. So stay tuned guys. See you later. Bye bye.